All right, episode
22.
22.
Oh, was I right?
Yeah, you're
I
right.
guessed.
You guessed, and you guessed right. So, episode 22. Bandfights.com. Idiot here, taking the lead off.
Yes.
We got Bobby Bon Jovi.
Bobby Bon Jovi. And this episode is in honor of the best number 22 in Toronto Maple Leaf history.
Mike Bullard.
Ricky Vive.
Oh, I guess.
Yes. Anyways, it's odd.
And we're joined again by our number one panelist, in my opinion.
Nice.
Todd's back. Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
You said that about Brad last last time.
Nah.
No, you didn't actually.
Yeah, but I didn't mean it.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we got an interesting matchup tonight. Hope not as interesting as last week, but I don't know if did you see what happened?
What was last week's matchup?
Last week was, man, that chair is probably still soaked with tears. It was Bon Jovi versus Ted Nugent.
Wow.
Yeah.
It went right down to the wire. The last vote of the last song, it was tied.
Yeah.
Who was the other panelist? Obviously.
B-Mac.
Okay. That was my guess because I know you love Bon Jovi. And
Oh yeah, it was a full-on temper tantrum. It was awesome.
It was the last song we Wanted Dead or Alive versus
Wango Tango.
Wango Tango.
Oh, Wanted Dead or Alive for me.
So Brad started though with Wanted Dead or Alive is the perfect song. It has this, it has that. But you know what? I'm going to leave it to Ed to decide my vote. And then he picked Wango Tango.
What?
And I was devastated.
The funny thing is, your reaction was the same as mine when I saw that matchup.
Yeah.
And then when you listen to the songs, it's like, I voted for Wango Tango. It's
maybe just because you don't hear it enough.
Maybe.
Right?
Because I love Wanted Dead or Alive. It's a great song.
We've heard that a million
but
times.
Anyway, we should probably get on to today's matchup, which is pretty damn awesome too. It's got another one of Bobby's favorite bands. But first, we should explain how the whole band fight things work. If this is your first time stumbling onto our channel, so how it works is we take each band's top 5 on Spotify. We match up song 1 versus song 1, song 2 versus song 2, and so on for 5 songs. Our panelist will then pick the best song in each matchup to determine the point. The first band to amass 3 points will be declared the winner and move on in the tournament. We will provide links to the songs in the description of the YouTube video. We have also set up Spotify playlists so you can play along at home. Simply search for Idiot on Spotify. Click the profile and then access the playlist for the episode you are listening to. You can then switch back and forth seamlessly between the two programs, and you will be listening to the exact same versions that we did when we made our decisions. Don't forget, visit www.bandfights.com for past matchups and other bracket information. So today's matchup, we've got Old Slowhand, Eric Clapton, facing off against Bobby's second favorite band, Creed.
Oh, not my second favorite band at all. Wowzers!
You finally get to utilize that Scott Stapp tattoo you got on your forearm.
No, I got it in my ass.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that's why you've never seen it. Or maybe you've seen it once on a drunken bench or whatever.
Yeah, you tend to show your ass off on those. So.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So any thoughts on this matchup?
Well, you know what? Slowhand is hit and miss for me. I've never been a huge fan, depending on the tune. If you put that up against a decent, well, Creed was some hit makers. I mean, they've had some hits, right?
All 5 of their songs, we're going to recognize them, right? They were the shit at like in the late 90s.
So if you put that up against a weak Eric Clapton song,
Yeah.
they have a chance.
Yeah.
For me.
I absolutely hate Creed. I'm sorry. Yeah, when they came out, they drove me nuts. It was that era of bands. I know I'm old school, but yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't understand why everybody loved them, and everyone loved them. They were huge. So this will be interesting. I'll give them a shot here today.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tip my
well,
hat
and that's
to the voting, but
like I have the same reaction. Finally, you said something sensible. Like Clapton, his solo stuff, it's not like this. What he did in Cream is amazing. I love Cream and the Yardbirds, but his solo stuff, it's real. I mean, I know he's got all this credibility as one of the great guitarists all time. I mean, I don't. Maybe it's because I don't play guitar. I don't.
I think he's overrated.
I didn't want to be the asshole that said that.
Oh, he is. Come on. I mean, he's average at best. You put a guitar in a guitar player's hands and you play that.
He's not Hendrix.
He's not innovative. He never broke the mold. If he was never in Cream,
yeah,
I don't think he'd.
Well, he was famous before he got into Cream.
Interesting.
Doing what?
I think from his time in the Yardbirds. Right?
Yeah, the Yardbirds, and then he's in Derek and the Dominoes. So yeah, and
Derek and the Dominoes,
which was after Cream, but yeah.
And Derek and the Dominoes was only one album. And
right.
that was all. I suspect all Greg Allman.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Because
the
Allman Brothers are awesome too. But anyway, Creed. I have the same visceral reaction Todd has.
Yeah.
Like I find them tedious. I find them pretentious. Like they are kind of like what's that? Stained. But
I knew you were going to say Stained.
Yeah, they're kind of remind me of Stained in that you just get that air of self-importance off of that band, especially Scott Stapp and.
I felt like they were trying to be Pearl Jam, and it was just like, here's how we make a band that sounds just like Pearl Jam, and they were trying to do it paint by numbers, and that's what it felt like to me. So it was just forced.
The real challenge is going to be to divorce my hatred of Creed,
and I will,
and actually evaluate their songs.
And I will do that too.
So. And if we're able to do this, I think this might be a close matchup. If not, we're just going to vote for Clapton because we happen to like him better.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So the first song for Clapton, it's going to be "Wonderful Tonight" from Derek and the Dominoes era. Well, that one album. And for Creed, it is "My Sacrifice."
Okay.
Song one in the bank here. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, go ahead.
You want me to go, or do you want a guest to go?
No, you go ahead.
No,
yeah?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I've never been a fan of Wonderful Tonight, but obviously it's a classic. It's one of those simple songs that just it works. But when My Sacrifice came on, everybody was kind of like, So I'm gonna go with the song that I like better. Might not necessarily be the better song, but My Sacrifice for me. I just dug it more.
Todd?
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I am a big Clapton fan, and this is a song that I never got. I don't enjoy this one. This is one I would turn if I had the radio on and flip it. So it's tough. I think I'm going to give a mercy vote to Creed because I kind of came off the top of the show and said I hated them, which makes it seem I'm going to be biased. So I'm going to give them a mercy vote. I don't think they're going to get many more votes from me tonight. So I'm going to put Creed. I'm going to give them my vote.
All right. Well, it's unanimous, and I guess I know I said "Wonderful Tonight" was Derek and the Dominoes, and it wasn't. It was his solo stuff. So Greg Allman had no part of that turd that "Wonderful Tonight" is. "Wonderful Tonight," I actively hate that song. It's terrible. It's disgraceful, and if you listen to it on Spotify.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Well, it is. Yeah. If you listen to it on Spotify, and I know he wrote it for George Harrison's wife, which became his wife, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's embarrassing. Like, Like if you, like we were saying last time, if you were at a red light and that's playing on your radio, somebody should smash your car, like on purpose.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, we use the red light example. Like,
Okay.
if you're at a red light and you're stopped and people are around you,
yeah.
are you cranking that song or are you cranking like
Right,
are you
okay.
loud
Yeah.
and proud with Wonderful Tonight?
I would be
or-
embarrassed. That, you know,
Although I might roll out the window if Creed was pumping.
Yeah, that's no better either.
So I'm voting for My Sacrifice too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a sweep. Like that Clapton song's terrible. I'm not mincing words. I've carried Eric Clapton long enough, and now I'm going to tell him the truth.
Is that your least favorite song in his whole catalog? Would you say, like, of his hits?
Yeah, of the songs I know.
Of his hits. Like,
Yeah.
that would be the bottom.
Well,
Bottom.
yeah.
Not mine.
It's not mine either, but it's just kind of like, it's a big whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Big whatever.
All right, so on to song 2. We'll old Slow Hand, even though he started slow, come tearing out for song 2. So for Clapton, it's Tears in Heaven, the acoustic MTV version. I don't even know if there's a fast version of that song. Probably not.
I don't think so, no.
But for Creed, it's Higher. Song 2 in the books. You know what? We'll go reverse order this time. I'll go first. Yeah, Tears in Heaven. I was gonna say something totally classless, but I'm not gonna. Tears in Heaven's not good though. It's not. Creed Higher, it's not good either. But musically, I dig it more. I find it pretentious, but Tears in Heaven is just a big blah. I know it's got a lot of meaning because of the subject matter of the song, but if I'm evaluating the song on its strengths, it has none. So, yeah, Creed for me. Todd?
Yeah, well, we were just talking earlier discussing Creed and how they're like a Pearl Jam ripoff band. It's like they cookie cut what made Pearl Jam successful, and they tried to ape that into their brand of music. And this song to me really showcases that. So there's no way I can give this song my vote. That being said, Tears in Heaven, again, that's down there with
Wonderful Tonight.
Wonderful Tonight. I already forgot the name of it. It's such a whatever. As just, it's just a bit, yeah, it's a flat line. It's just like, yeah, whatever. It's not, doesn't do anything for me. But I appreciate that song more than Higher. It's not saying a lot, but it gets my vote.
Oh, you break the first time
Wow.
tonight.
You know what? Like, Tears in Heaven is probably my least favorite Eric Clapton song, and I still have 3 more to go. So who knows, that might even change. But you know what? After listening to it, and that acoustic version, I liked a lot better. With the percussion, had some extra things going on. Maybe horrible background vocals, but still background vocals nonetheless. And it's one of those simple songs that was obviously a huge hit. There was a fly. Flycatcher. Venus flytrap.
I know.
And then I heard Higher. And I'm not a big fan of that song.
It's a tough one, eh?
Yeah, it's tough for me because that's probably my least favorite Eric Clapton song. But when I hear it, you know what? It'll probably be my only vote for Eric Clapton.
Wow.
And with the song that I'm not a big fan of, but that acoustic version kind of
All right. Well,
tipped me. I really didn't like.
I don't
Creed song.
have any strong feelings either way. So I'm like, yeah, that's
That's
your
I think
jam.
I'm gonna do that
Yeah.
because had I liked the Creed song more, I would have given my vote. But that song, I've never been.
Isn't that obvious with every person?
No, not really, because Tears in Heaven. I'm not a fan of Tears in Heaven.
So
but
usually you don't take 2 songs and then vote for the one you like the best.
no, I'm not saying that.
You just said that exactly.
No, I'm
you
not.
You said if it was a Creed song I liked better than that one, I would have voted for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't that go for every?
Well, that's what this is all about. Do you want to go through the instructions again, or?
Well, maybe for you, maybe for your sake.
This is more exciting than the music.
I think you're just bitter that Eric Clapton's turd got a point.
Hey, this is 2 piles of turds.
Can you imagine if you're an Eric Clapton fan listening to this right now?
Oh, I
watching
know.
this?
I know.
Oh,
I don't think he has any fans in but I'm bitter still because of Bon Jovi. So whatever you vote for, I'm going to vote
That's
the
fair.
other.
That's fair.
That's all.
That's the most valid thing you've said all night.
Exactly.
All right, so Eric Clapton drawing even. So it's it's
Tears
now
in heaven.
tears in the studio.
Yeah.
So Eric Clapton drawing even. So it's 1-1. We go to song 3. Who's gonna pull ahead? So for Clapton, it's Cocaine, and for Creed, One Last Breath. Got a tied score going into song 3. Bobby, you take lead off on this one.
I'm glad for that. I'm happy.
Yeah?
Happy about that. Cocaine, but it's a cover of Eric Clapton. He wrote on the coattails of JJ. What did I say?
J.J. Cales, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A year later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1977. The guy, it was like a big hit in New Zealand. Useless internet research, by the way.
Yeah,
go ahead.
huge. Yeah, and he doesn't often play the song live because it's an anti-drug song, and when
He's pro drugs.
when he well, and when he does play the song, he puts that dirty cocaine in there, so people know cocaine's not a good thing.
Right.
Oh.
Anyways, this is weird for me. And ever since Canadian-owned Brighton Rock redid Cocaine and blew his version out of the water, you got to check it out. It's like a real heavy rock Cocaine version. It's awesome. So my Brighton Rock boys.
But do they say dirty cocaine?
No, they would not.
Okay.
And because they know it's an anti-drug song, they don't need to spell it out to their fans. But anyway, so in One Last Breath, I think it's a great song. It's one of my favorite Creed songs, and that gets my vote.
Wow. Todd?
Yeah, well, I actually love Cocaine, the song. It's just,
And the drug.
that's a great driving song. You're just driving along, singing that over and over. I know he says cocaine. We were asked how many times in the song does he say the word cocaine, but there's something about it. I love the guitar work in it, musically, and it's just a fun sing-along song. Everyone knows this song. The Creed song, I already forgot what it was called. It had me cringing right from the opening lines, and it's just
Really?
it's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't like that song at all. This is a slam dunk Clapton for me.
Wow, I get to be kingmaker
break
now. I agree with Bobby. I actually dug the Creed song. It starts slow, but it pays off. It's got a really good chorus, good energy in it. Cocaine, I mean, it's the exact opposite of the first 2 Clapton songs we listened to.
Mm-hmm.
It's got energy, and it's driving, and it showcases what Clapton's known for, like the guitar work. It's like a constant solo even while he's singing. I have to vote for Cocaine. Cocaine's I enjoy it. It's a great. Well, that sounded really awful, but I really enjoyed Cocaine.
It's a classic,
And,
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they put that song out. So everybody says, I love Cocaine. It just sounds weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
like
going to vote for it.
It's funny when you're driving a car and you're singing Cocaine. You have your kids in the back seat and you're singing about cocaine, but it's just a very catchy song. And I didn't know it was an anti-drug song. I thought, because I know he had a drug addiction. He was heavily on cocaine at one time. So, but it doesn't matter what the subject matter was. I just thought it was a cool tune. So
Yeah. And even though it is a cover, I generally give minus points for covers.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Have you ever heard the original though?
no,
I haven't either.
I'm pretty sure it's awesome though. I haven't heard the Brighton Rock version.
I haven't heard that one either. Okay.
But I'm like Bobby, a huge Brighton Rock supporter and fan. So
You got it.
love those guys. So on to song 4. Let's see if Creed can somehow force us into overtime. And they come hard and fast with one of their best, with Arms Wide Open, against Layla, the acoustic MTV unplugged version.
A fly hit you right in the face.
Oh, it tried.
It's like
Don't worry, it's gonna,
like screwing with
oh,
you.
it's gonna die.
I'm waiting for it to go right in your mouth. Oh yeah.
That fly's a Creed fan, I bet.
Yeah, hit him with the paddle.
all right, we're gonna listen to the songs while Eddie wallops me with a paddle. All right. Wow, that was a fantastic matchup. Really, really interesting. I'm just kidding. I'll take lead off because that was terrible. I'm going to vote for Layla, not because I like that version. The original, like, studio version with Derek and the Dominoes is amazing. Tons of energy. That one is just a snooze fest. But with Arms Wide Open, that is, if you think of everything you hate about Creed is in that song. It's in there, and
that is very hurtful.
Oh, it's true. It's terrible. So Layla for me.
Cool.
Todd?
Yeah, same. To echo what you said about Layla, I mean, whenever I hear Layla, I think of Goodfellas, one of my favorite movies of all time. Talk about a song and a movie made in heaven together. That being said, not a big fan of the acoustic version. I'm not a fan at all of the acoustic version. I would never choose the acoustic version over the Derek and the Dominoes version. That being said, With Arms Wide Open is horrible. So Layla, acoustic version gets my vote.
Bobby?
Yeah, you know what? That version, Layla Acoustic, proves how average Eric Clapton is. I mean, I get the slow hand is all about the feel, and yeah, he definitely has a feel. I just don't think that it's anything earth-shattering or, you know. And that version was boring. I couldn't wait until it was over.
Yeah.
With Arms Wide Open, not much better, but at least it's a rock song, and it's all right. It's an average Creed song, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to give my vote to Creed because I'm not really liking Eric Clapton.
All right, sounds good. And I voted for Layla, so you have to vote against me.
Well, that was the most of the reason.
All right, so, well, Clapton is moving on, up 3-1 now, so let's see if...
I demand you change your vote. No. That was before.
No, it was, I demand you reconsider your vote.
Did I say reconsider?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Know what that
it was
means.
like the biggest word you've ever used.
Did it fit?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's okay.
So we move on to song 5. So for Clapton, it's I Shot the Sheriff, and for Creed, My Own Prison. All right, Clapton's already punched his ticket to the next round, so let's...
Too bad. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately for Bob, he's got to listen to 5 more Clapton songs like 2 years from now.
Yeah.
So, and that's his like 2-yearly limit. But I Shot the Sheriff versus My Own Prison. Can Creed at least make it respectable on paper? Bobby, can they?
You know what? Eric Clapton is a hack. And I mean, he took another song of somebody else and made it a hit. And I mean, it's just whatever. That song's never, ever done it for me. He took like a reggae type song and tried to do...
You didn't rock it up, though. Like it's...
No, but it which is even worse in my books.
Yeah.
Like, make it your own. Don't try to make it... Anyways. So,
yeah, don't try to be Bob Marley
right.
light. Yeah.
Well, exactly. Well put. So it's never done anything for me. The Creed song was actually painful as well. I mean, the greatest shine on this turd is going to be Creed.
Oh, all right. I'll go next. Yeah, this was a tough matchup for the song, and this was a tough matchup overall. I mean, this was when you think of all the bands that we've sent packing in this first round, and one of these two is gonna get through, it's kind of a crime. But, well, actually Clapton's gonna get through, but
yeah.
Whereas we've eliminated 15 bands that would have taken Clapton out. So I'm still going to vote for I Shot the Sheriff.
No.
Everything you said is valid. Like, the Creed song's awful. I Shot the Sheriff, it's a cover of the Marley song, and it's not even a good cover of it. I mean, if I was going to listen to I Shot the Sheriff, I'm definitely choosing the original over that one.
Yep.
Like, that one doesn't add anything at all. But that Creed song's just terrible, so that's where my vote is.
Yeah, when I heard Eric Clapton here today, I guess I just thought it would be his work with other bands, obviously, Cream and the other bands we mentioned. That being said, obviously his solo work, as we see here today, there's a lot of weak songs that we don't particularly like. This cover is really unnecessary from the first time I ever heard it. Great song by Bob Marley. It almost sounds like he's trying to imitate Bob Marley in the song. I get it. It's a tribute to... Oops, sorry about that. It's a tribute to Bob Marley, but it's just an unnecessary song. I never dug this song at all. I'm actually going to give Creed a vote here. This song, actually, out of the 5 here today, is the one I could probably... It didn't make me sick to my stomach as much as the other ones. It was, and I think, like I was mentioning these guys, I heard it. It was in a Halloween movie I was just watching the other day. So I'm thinking of horror movies, which I love.
Is H2O? Is that the one by Rob Zombie?
No, it was the one Josh Hartnett's in it, but Jamie Lee Curtis came back for the first time. I know she came back again. Anyways, right around that time when Creed was huge. But anyways, the song, I appreciate it more than I Shot the Sheriff, so Creed's going to get my vote. Not bad. I gave Creed 2 my votes today after saying I hated them in the beginning, so
well,
I feel okay now.
Maybe that's more of a statement of Eric Clapton than anything. Yeah. So, all right, well, Creed takes the final song, but it's just not enough. Clapton's already through, so this one ends up 3-2 for Clapton. Clapton's on to the next round of the tournament. Yeah, any parting shots at either of these bands?
You could pick one song from today, and it was a tough go. This was tough.
Yeah, this was tough. Like, oh man, these are such great songs.
No,
it's like the exact opposite of our last of episode 21. Like Bon Jovi versus Ted Nugent. Check it out. I mean, if you're on our page. This is the opposite, where we're trying to pick the song we hate least.
Very underwhelmed. Yeah. So if you could take one song out of this batch, you have to pick one. What would it be? What's the best song here tonight? Doesn't matter who, Creed or Eric Clapton. What's your favorite? I'll start. Cocaine. That's the one out of the ones that were played here today. Obviously Layla, if it was the original version, but out of the ones we had here, the batch, Cocaine would be my pick.
You?
And I'm putting you on the spot here.
Maybe Cocaine. Yeah, I'd say Cocaine.
You're gonna go Creed. I know you are.
Yeah. What was my favorite Creed song? I'm sorry. I'm done like
something
that.
Awake or My Last Breath or something.
My Last Breath.
Yeah. I would take that one.
Okay.
I've always liked that song.
Okay.
And
again, I think that might be my second favorite that we've heard in this matchup.
And I won't ask you what your second pick is, because that would be tough. We might be here for another hour.
Yeah, we
coming up with.
I don't believe in how.
We can only shine up so many turds. So, all right. Well, I guess you got any other thoughts or
no,
nothing. Just
nothing. I've got nothing. I'm emotionally drained.
Yeah.
This eye is starting to hurt. I don't know why.
Well, Eric Clapton's moving on, and Bon Jovi and Metallica didn't get out of the first round, so that is... Wow.
It's a victory.
It's...
one little victory.
It says something about how this tournament's structured, but, it doesn't actually mean anything. It's just a chance for us to drink beer and argue. So
True.
Yeah, so... Yeah, don't forget to...
smash that like button.
And share and subscribe to this channel. Go to the website, check out the brackets. We're 22 episodes in, so that some of the brackets are starting to take shape. You're going to be able to anticipate second, third round matchups and And that's where it's going to get really interesting. We'll see who Eric Clapton takes out next. So, yeah, don't forget to do that. Yeah, and I guess next week we got I think at first glance I thought this matchup is going to be a whitewash, but the more I looked at it, it might be closer than you'd think. So we've got Evanescence taking on the Smashing Pumpkins.
Ooh,
Oh my
I love
gosh.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, I know you're a huge
Wow.
Pumpkins fan, but
Wow.
Evanescence I think is underrated.
Really? Okay.
I think they
Yeah.
got some good songs in.
I don't know if they have 5.
But the Pumpkins, some of their songs, my favorite Pumpkin songs aren't in the top 5. So
Really?
this is going to be an
Okay.
interesting one. So check us out next week on Band Fights.